Right, today I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious carrot cake. It doesn't contain any wheat, and if you remember from an earlier day I told you how wheat can actually bloat you, it can cause all sorts of allergic reactions, and it can make you fall asleep. For example, if you're having sandwiches for lunch, the chances of you being bright and breezy in the afternoon diminish enormously. So I'm going to show you how to make a carrot cake that doesn't involve wheat, doesn't involve any refined sugar, and it doesn't involve any cooking. So we start out with 3 organic carrots, top and tail. And then because we're going to be using the flesh rather than the juice, I'm going to peel them. Even though they are organic, I'm going to peel them just in case there's any dirt on them, which there shouldn't be. But I'm using a turbo peeler. The reason that I use turbo peeler is because I found it really incredibly difficult to peel a butternut squash. It used to come off in little chunks. Then when I was around the market one Christmas, and it isn't Christmas but my apron is, I saw somebody demonstrating this, peeling a butternut squash, and it just came off so easily. And I'll show you, it just comes straight off. I mean, oh, let me see, it just slides straight off. There you go. And it does exactly the same with a butternut squash, which of course, as I say, is notoriously difficult to peel. Okay, so now all the carrots are peeled, and I've chopped them up into smaller pieces because they're going to go now through the my juicer. Now you can use a centrifugal juicer. It doesn't need to be a single auger such as this one. However, this one is relatively quiet, and it'll produce the juice in the one bowl and the pulp in the other bowl, and it is the pulp that we need. It is not the bit that we're going to throw away as you would do normally in a juice. So we're going to pop the bits in there. Oops. And there you see the basis for our carrot cake is coming out the end, and the juice is going in here, and when I've done all of the carrots we're going to drink the juice and use the pulp. And there you see we have the pulp, which is going to go into the bowl ready to have everything else mixed into it, and freshly squeezed carrot juice, and especially freshly squeezed carrot juice full of vitamin A, and tastes divine. Especially organic ones. Do not go buying bog standard things, because they really can contain an awful lot of toxins and quite dangerous. So you can buy organic carrots really cheaply from the shop that I normally shop at. Here's one of the top ones. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go on to the next bit, which is creating the bit that's going. So I'll just change that over now. Okay, so we're now going to add the fruit and nuts in to make the whole thing come together. Now these are apricots, but you'll see that they're not bright orange apricots, and the reason that they're not bright orange is because they haven't had any nasty stuff added to it to keep them orange. Natural dried apricots are brown. You can get them in health food stores. Don't go getting the bright orange ones, that's just for effect. We're going to just chop them up slightly and pop them into the food processor. Also some fresh dates, which will also go into the food processor. So we put in the dates and the apricots. Now we're going to put in some raisins, 150 grams of walnuts and 50 grams of fresh coconut, and break all that down. Okay, you process them all together until they make a sort of gooey mass. There'll be still some texture in there, but that's okay, that doesn't matter in the slightest. That gets added into the carrot pulp, and then we're going to add half a tablespoon of cinnamon, which is 1½ teaspoons, because I don't seem to have a tablespoon at the moment. So 1½ teaspoons, which is the same as half a tablespoon, and we're going to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon, which will be a little bit of the of ground nutmeg as well. And I've forgotten to put the ginger in, so I will have to work that one out now. Okay, let me get back to it. I know what I can do. I will grate it in. Okay, so that would be fantastic. Thank you, darling. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we'll grate that in. See, there's always a solution, even if you do make a mess. So somebody's going to get a mouthful of ginger. And that will be fine. Okay, so basically you're just mixing this all together so that it's all thoroughly mixed together. You'll find all of the recipes, well, the recipe for the strawberry yoghurt and for the carrot cake, along with a whole load of others, in my book Fabulous Cakes, Decadent Desserts and Heart Healthy Chocolates. Just show you very quickly. You've got a whole range of different recipes in here. Cakes, biscuits, chocolates, a whole range, even banoffee pie. It's available as a paperback, or you can get it from Amazon, both as a paperback or as a Kindle. Either way, you can have access to this. Now I'm going to make the topping to go onto the carrot cake. I have soaked some cashews overnight. They go in here. And soaked some raisins overnight. Actually, no, I soaked the raisins for about 2 hours. It's just that I went to bed before I finished, and so on. And then we're going to put in half. Oh, can't get the lid off this. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. I've succeeded. And we have half a teaspoon. Linda found me half a teaspoon, so I don't have to guess anymore. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we're going to put in about 60 ml of water, but we're going to put in slightly less to start with, purely because you can't take water out once you've blended, but you can add water in. Finally, when it's blended up, you will have a bit of a gooey mess, but it'll give a nice sweet topping to the carrot cake. And basically, all you need to do is, if you just shake it a little. There we go, it covers the whole top, and I'm going to just put it back in the fridge, and then I will bring it out and show you what it looks like later. And there you have the finished carrot cake, popped out of its spring form base. It should have had a little bit longer in the fridge so it would be a little bit firmer, but I'm just going to cut a slice out of it so that you can see. There you go, a slice of carrot cake. And as I say, you can find all of my books either by going to my site, which is sparklingenergy.co.uk, or onto lulu.com or Amazon, and put my name, Anne Peckham, in there, and you will find my recipe books and various other different books as well. Enjoy.